Yes, we are live. Hello, hello. As you can see, I am not Michael Cruz Kayne, but it is lunchtime, so I'm taking my lunch. I am Kuko. I am the house band of this show. Uh, Currently eating my lunch, so I'm not gonna waste your time much longer than I am now. But I wanted to introduce you to a very special guy, a guy named Michael Cruz Kayne, and here is his little intro video. Let's enjoy our lunch. It's lunchtime with Michael Cruz Kayne. Let's take a break, let's take a break, let's take a break. It's lunchtime with Michael Cruz Kayne. Let's take a break, let's take a break, let's take a break.
Yeah! What's up, friends? It is indeed lunchtime with Michael Cruz Kayne. This is lunch. That's my guy, Kuko, a.k.a. Kurt Cruz. Kurt, you're full Filipino, both sides, right?
Yes, full. Yes, I am not a mutt.
You're getting 1.5 Filipinos just from jump here. So
Wow.
that's big for you, the home viewer. And when I say you, it might just be you. You watching this could possibly be the only person looking at it.
No.
But you're for, I think, a good time, a little bit of a hang. Kuko, how you doing, man? What's good?
I'm doing good. I feel like we both share that last name Cruz. So
Yep.
we've joked about this before, but we might be related. And I think that's interesting.
I'm sure if you met my mom, she would think of you as a cousin. There's no question about it. Any Filipino I've ever seen with my mom, she's like, this is your Tito. I like some person I've never seen. She's probably never seen him. All right. I wanted to talk about some things that I like this week. You know what I mean? Some cool, fun stuff. And so I got a little video that I hastily edited together, and maybe this will bring some other people some joy too. And I do that, Kurt. Am I doing this right? I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna do it like I'm gonna do it like mother. Add to stream.
Yeah.
Got it. We got it. We got it.
Here.
Okay, here we go. This is okay. So the first thing that I loved this week was my guy Nikola Jokic. And if you're not a basketball fan, you got to get down with Nikola. Just watch a little bit of this video. Watch this.
Went to Millsap, who's been pretty quiet. Back out to Jokic.
Watch him.
2 on the shot clock. Poison off balance.
What is that shot? What is it? Let's go back a little bit just to watch his body when he takes this shot.
2 on the shot.
What is that?
Poison off balance.
That's a trash shot.
Oh,
Bucket. Wait, one more Jokic.
Pass by Murray. They move it around. Jokic. High arcing 3.
oh.
Butter. And I love that he says butter because I think not only is that a great catchphrase for a shot, I'm pretty sure that's 97% of Nikola Jokic's diet. Check out, look at that Jokic bot. And I think you might see this and think that I'm like trying to be down on Jokic. I love Nikola Jokic. Look at like other guys in the league, like Kawhi Leonard. People like me could never aspire to be Kawhi, right? Because they're like, Kawhi is 100% muscle. Nikola Jokic has no muscles.
He's a good passer. He's patient. I love it.
Like with all love, a nickname that I'd love to get going for him is Sloppy Joe. I don't think it'll take because it feels mean, but I mean it in a way. I mean it with love and kindness.
I get you. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna take though.
I wouldn't even. I shouldn't even have said it.
I love Sloppy Joe though. The thing is, I love Sloppy Joes as like a food.
I love exactly. Yeah. And Sloppy Joe is also a food that it's like a food that like anybody can make, and it's always good.
Yeah, but it's like Joker, Sloppy Joe. You got to go with Joker.
Okay, you're right. Okay, the next thing is a diametric opposite. This is Norbert Leo Butts singing at the MCC's Miscast Theater. I'm only going to give you a little bit of this, but everybody on Earth should know Norbert because this guy is unreal. Royalty. Check it out. Hang on, a little more. Oh my God. Oh my God. First of all, he's singing Mary Magdalene's verse from Jesus Christ Superstar, her song, which is I Don't Know How to Love Him. There's also a Judas reprise at the end. I don't know how into musical theater you are, Kurt, but this is not even that deep of a cut, frankly. And Norbert is slaying it. The guy's a two-time Tony Award winner. He's doing a bunch of TV stuff now. And let me say this, he's great on TV. He's great. But in musical theater, he is like unto a god. And it's a shame that he sort of moved on. There's more money, obviously, in TV, so that's where he went. Gotcha. But I wish to God he would come back, because that's where the art is. The guy is incredible.
This whole setup is very nice too. Like, a lot of thought went into this video.
Yeah, and even like the quality of the sound. Listen, let's just like even whoever's recording it is doing a great job.
Yeah, he's got an art.
And then the last thing I love this week is just, and this is no video, Best-Stelling's Girl Daddy on HBO Max, and it's late. You see, it says August 20th. I'm like almost a month late on this. I watched it this morning. It is so good. There's nothing in this for me. I think I met Beth one time backstage at ASCAT, and I also shot a day on Crashing, the Pete Holmes show on HBO, and my scene was cut from the show, but Beth was there that day.
Wow.
Kurt, I played the role of bookstore doorman. It's crazy that wasn't integral enough. How did
you get cut?
Crazy.
You're Michael Cruz Kayne.
Can you believe that the role of bookstore doorman was left out of the final cut of the shows?
That's unbelievable. You got your own daytime talk show with lunch, and they
literally
cut you?
Exactly. Pete Holmes and I were in 101 at UCB together. We on the day improvised for probably like 2 hours. And while it was happening, I was like, this is going to completely be cut from the show. There's no reason to have this much stuff in. There's absolutely no reason. Gotcha. Okay, let's see. Those are the things I like. Is there anything that you like this week, Kurt? Is there anything else? I don't know if you don't have to have a video. You can just talk about something that you liked.
I guess,
if you have nothing, don't force it.
I would just shut up. No, I have nothing that I like this week. I've been stressed and busy, and that's it.
Fair enough. Okay, well, speaking of stressed and busy, we're gonna kick it off to my first guest, a very good friend of mine. I see now he's at this exact moment he has walked away from his computer. He is. You may have seen him on the Chris Gethard show, which he's a pretty big part of. You may have heard his podcast, Beautiful Anonymous, like a zillion other people in the world. Or you may have seen him doing stand-up and whatever else. What a great intro! What a great guy! Please welcome to the universe, Chris Gethard.
What's up?
Chris!
How are you, Mike?
So I forgot to let Kuko do his little. It's Chris. Kuko, you want to come back and do that again, real quick?
Sorry, I talked over it.
No, it's okay.
Sorry, Chris.
Do it again.
It's Chris Gethard.
Thanks, Kurt. Wasn't that beautiful?
Yeah, sorry I walked away from my computer, but we're at the tail end of lunch, which is appropriate for this show.
Yeah.
And my son is still in his high chair getting bored, which, as you know, as a dad, can be a disaster. So I'm bribing him with Pringles.
Oh, yeah. How much? What percentage of his daily diet is Pringles? I'm going to guess not very much.
Well, because you know my wife.
Yeah.
Who's an extraordinarily healthy person. So he eats really well. He's a vegetarian. I also gave him spinach this meal. I gave him avocado.
Okay, that's great. Is she going to be upset about the Pringles? Is the Pringles like a last result?
I think she'll understand. And look, the guy loves Pringles, right? Little spinach face. He got a little spinach. I don't really love showing them to people.
Oh my God!
He got a little spinach face over there.
That is a cute kid. That's just really cute. There's no denying the level of cuteness.
Yeah, he's probably one of the cutest kids that's ever walked the face of the earth.
I met him recently. Now I met him recently to come visit you because you moved out of the city, right?
Yeah. I mean, why are you saying right? You were at my house. You're trying to be like an interviewer now.
What's
like you moved out of the city, right? Yeah, I actually live at that house that you remember when I showed you my bedroom where my bed is? I sleep in that bed in New Jersey.
Well, but how great is New Jersey? I was skeptical of how great New Jersey would be, and then I came to your house, and now I have New Jersey envy, big time.
Well, most people, it's a national joke for many decades. I've never totally understood why. It's probably because most people land at Newark Airport and then make their way to New York, and there's nothing appealing about anything of that commute, whether train, car, whatever it may be. I'd imagine even helicopter is not the most pleasant. But you can vouch for me. I live in an area that's very country, and it's still only an hour's drive from New York. I drove to Gowanus, Brooklyn in an hour.
Wow.
I'll ask you not to share any details about my neighborhood, but it has a number of features.
I like that. That's the level of specificity we're able to get into.
Yeah, a bear.
Gethard lives in an area with a number of features.
It's so woodsy here that a bear walked through my backyard a few weeks ago. A bear.
Oh, you're saying that? You're saying that like is that good? You like that?
Well, it just shows you like there's actual nature, there's actual trees. It's actually really beautiful. When you get off the highway and make your way to my house, you drive past a farm and then a nursery to buy plants and flowers and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, New Jersey gets a bad rap, but it's actually a really beautiful place full of really honest people. And I think, yeah, I mean, you've known me for, over 10 years. We've known each other at this point.
Yep.
And I think you would agree that if I dropped dead anywhere except New Jersey, it would actually be a shame. I should die in New Jersey.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah, we drove through your neighborhood and saw like every kind of idyllic American living, like kids fishing, people catching frogs, whatever. It's like it's glorious. Do you if you need to go, or
he's good. He's got water too. He's got water.
He's got water?
Yeah.
What about you? Do you get lunch? What do you eat?
I had well, as you know, because he's under 2, so you might remember I eat most of my meals out of a microwave and then I eat them standing up. We're still on that phase. So I ate standing up. I had Amy's light vegetable lasagna. Then I had Greek yogurt with 5 raspberries in it. And then I used his Pringles thing as an excuse to steal 2 or 3 Pringles because I've lost 10 pounds since July, 9 pounds since July.
Wow.
So I've been using a calorie counter. But I use him as an excuse to cheat. It's his fault that I ate 3 Pringles, you know?
When our kids were that age, I would eat a lot of my meals straight up off of their face. Like whatever food was just like here, I'm like, okay, I guess that's that pea puree. That's going to be mine.
Did you even say, uh-oh, he dropped his fork?
Uh-oh, you got to go get it?
Uh-oh, yeah, let me grab the kid's fork real quick.
Yeah.
Feel free to analyze my poster. I know I'm
trying to look at the posters. We got something. Cliffs of Moher. Is that the Cliffs of Moher back there?
Cliffs of Moher. We like to get posters for it. And then that's Rocky Mountain National Park. We like to get sort of those old like WPA drawn style posters.
Beautiful. Have you been to the Cliffs of Moher?
Yeah, that's what I just said. Is when we travel places, we get posters to commemorate.
Did you say we travel places? I thought all I heard you say was we like to get. Look, Chris, it's the first show. Maybe it's bad. I don't know.
You live in New Jersey, right? You're a liar. No one can trust you because you've been there.
Wait, the Cliffs of Moher. How close to the edge of the cliffs did you? Is your child heckling me?
Well, I ate Pringles, so I got to just give him a Pringle real quick. Let me yell. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
For people watching, I've been to the Cliffs of Moher. For those of you who are watching, that's a place I've been to. So I was going to say, Chris, is that I got to the edge, like very close.
Yeah.
With my wife, and you really, maybe not you. I really wanted to jump, not to like end my life, but just like the view of it. The idea of jumping seems like so glorious. Is this an insane thing to say? Just like it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't like the part where you said you wanted to jump off the cliffs. I walked closer to the edge than you would expect. As you know, I'm generally a nervous fellow. But I did get a little closer. My wife, who's a daredevil, she was right up on that edge. But I don't like that you said you wanted to jump because
it's not a self-harm thing. It's more just like it would be like jump. It felt like it's just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. No? Come on.
No, I mean I've been lucky to travel a lot. And I've seen a lot of beautiful things, and my instinct is not to kill myself. And as you know, I've actually had the instinct to kill myself a number of times. So that's never triggered it. Being like, well, I'm standing on the beach in Sri Lanka staring out at the Indian Ocean as the sun sets and birds fly by. I should fucking put a gun in my head.
Oh, wow. This might be the worst interview. This could be it. Could this be it?
Pretended not to know I live in New Jersey. I've lost faith in this completely, and now I'm actively sabotaging your project. It's okay. Wow. It'll get where it's going, bro.
Really, what a time.
Yeah. This kid is.
Have you been watching the NBA playoffs? So he's so sick of it.
So tired of being in that high chair, but it's the only place I can keep him. Half a place to feed him and half a cage where I can regulate his movements. I haven't been watching too much. It's just so hard to watch anything with the baby. So what I do is I go and watch like highlights packages and clips and stuff the next day. When I'm working.
I got you.
Yeah, and there's been some incredible stuff that I'm very sad to miss.
Playoffs have been good this year. This is good NBA. What? Why?
Do you hear this kid?
Yeah, big NBA fan.
Well, this interview is you talking about trying to kill yourself while a child screams in the background. It's really grim. It's really grim, buddy.
Oh, what a true nightmare.
Got a smile on his face. Yeah, it's been, I mean, everything I've seen has been incredible to watch. Playoff Lillard was that.
Right, I was so sad when he got hurt.
Right there. Yeah, that sucks. And then, some of the other stuff too, that guy who got kicked out for bringing a girl into the bubble. It's like, yeah, there's like 2 rules to the bubble. There
was a guy from the Seahawks who tried to sneak a woman into whatever like secure facility wearing Seahawks gear. And he was like an undrafted rookie, and they just cut him.
They cut him?
Sure, they just cut him right away.
Yeah, I mean, the NFL is a very weak players union. So. Okay, he threw his fork one more time. Excuse me. You can't be throwing your fork, dude. If you throw it, then you don't have it anymore.
Oh, man. Is this good TV? Somebody, sponsors, I don't know if sponsors are watching this. Probably a lot of corporate people jump on this because this show is taken off. You and I, in the comments, we got Jacob Feldman. Do you remember Jake Feldman?
Yeah. We played basketball together. He lived in Jackson Heights. We ran into each other all the time.
Wow. Yeah, so that's Jake Feldman, still alive, still talking about b-ball. But you and I used to play basketball all the time back when basketball was a thing people could play.
I mean, for years, we've been on one team. I think it's been around for like 8 or 9 years. And I'm really good at it. I'm really good at basketball.
You are really good. Every year better.
I don't think that's true. I will. You can vouch me. I'm generally pretty bad at basketball, and then once every 15 games, I'll all of a sudden just pop off for 15 points.
You're our Steve Kerr, our deep threat.
And I will say, I don't fear the pressure. I don't fear the big moment, just like Steve Kerr. If you remember, we had an enemy team named the Foreskins for many years. And
the Foreskins, which is the team that was named, they named themselves the Foreskins, and it was a team of all Jews.
Yeah, it was all Jewish guys. Very nice guys, it turns out. We hated them on the court. A couple of them were not nice, but a few of them joined our team who were very nice people. And if you remember, we once went to the finals of our league against them, which was really – and we all met. We would all meet beforehand and get dinner to sort of like link up as a team. And it went to overtime. Do you remember this?
Nope.
Overtime. Which I think was only 2 or 3 minutes long in Zog Sports because it was a weak league.
Shout out Zog Sports.
There was one basket scored in overtime, and it was me hitting a 3.
I don't remember, but I believe it.
I'm not good at basketball, but I don't crack under pressure, and that's a fact.
No, Chris. With that story, I think I got to let you go, my brother.
What's that?
Our interview's over. This part is over.
After I said that I hit that winning 3?
That's a great way to go out, I think.
But you've also seen that I sometimes just randomly fall down when no one's even around me. And then I'll also put this out here. one time one of the referees in Zog Sports tried to fight you. A referee who was wearing jeans, which tells you how weak a league it was. I shouldn't have named names. They could probably sue me. Great league, great league. I'm a comedian. I exaggerate. A referee of the league threatened to fight you.
I would say another thing you're notorious for in Zog Sports is not Zog Sports, whatever league, is misinterpreting incidental physical contact as an incitement to fist fight someone.
You can also vouch for me. I'm usually the smallest, weakest person on the court, but if a fight is brewing, I'm the first one who's ready to go.
You're in it.
It's not healthy for anybody. Hey, Jeremy's in here. We played basketball with Jeremy too. Yeah.
I love you, brother. I gotta go.
I'm gonna go get this kid out of here because this is getting sad. He's mad at me.
Great. Give it up in your home for Chris Gethard, everybody. I love you, man. Be well.
Yeah, you too, man. You too.
Bye. Okay. We got some more guests waiting. But I'm just going to do a little segment because we talked about sponsors and we don't have any yet. So I'd love to get some people to sponsor the show. I'm choking to death.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. And just a peanut butter. I'm eating lunch too. My wife made me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Okay.
Kurt, this next segment is people who don't sponsor us. You got any music for that?
Yes. People who don't sponsor us.
Amazing. So I'm just going to run through some people who don't sponsor us right now. It's kind of hard because the list is so small. The peanut butter and jelly is like, now it's up. It's in here. You know when that happens?
Yeah.
It's going to be a part of my body forever. And I have to keep it quick because we're running over. I didn't say this, but this show literally only lasts as long as Kurt's lunch break. Kurt runs the entire show. So when Kurt has to go back to work, this show is over. Okay, first, people who don't sponsor us.
I haven't been slacked yet, so we have time. Yeah.
Okay, great. This is CeraVe or perhaps Crave or CeraVe lotion. It's very expensive. This is like, I'm going to guess $20 a tub. I got 2 tubs here. I got more tubs elsewhere. I got more tubs in the house. Guys, I have eczema like really bad, and this stuff helps a lot. So if you want to be it doesn't stop me from being a lizard man, but it helps me be like a slick lizard. If you want to be a slick lizard, CeraVe lotion. I don't know if that's going to work. Q-tips don't sponsor us right now. I've got Q-tip. It says that you are not supposed to use them in your ears, but we all know what's up. There's not a single person using Q-tips for anything but ears. Q-tips do not sponsor us. Use Q-tips, Kurt?
I do. Almost every day. It's pretty bad. After a shower, I go in and I clean my ears.
Clean your ears. Not supposed to do that.
No, not supposed to. Not very deep. Not very deep. Just around. Like just, you know.
Oh, dude, I'm doing what I'm not supposed to do, and I'm going like all the way to brain. I'm going.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, it's like it's like that thing, the headband you can wear that's like an arrow coming out of both sides of your head.
Yeah, that's you.
I'm doing that with the Q-tips. I know I shouldn't do it, but it feels so good. And then lastly, melatonin. This is melatonin. This company, fine, whatever, but any company. I take 5 milligrams of melatonin and I'm straight up in a coma. I'm out. Wow. I'm in really, really bad shape. My wife said this is less. My wife is a nurse. My wife says this is less than the dosage you would give a child. Like a child would need more than this to make them go to sleep. Yeah. 5 milligrams. And I'm like 911. I have to go to sleep right now. It's an emergency.
Just 5 milligrams? Wow.
5 milligrams. Okay, I made that segment really fast, Kurt, because I want to keep going to our next guest,
of course.
Who I think is in the stream. So what do I do now, Kurt? Do you add her? Or do I add her? This is my
either way, whatever you want to do.
All right, I'm gonna do it. This is my sister, Anna Cruz Kayne. WAP. Is she there? How do I get her there? Put her there. Kurt, help me.
She's frozen.
Son of a.
Oh, dishes.
Yes. Anna Cruz Kayne, what are you doing? We only have a hot second. What are you doing?
I'm parked outside of a development. I have David is going to bring some groceries to the woman in 12D.
You're doing, wait, so you're doing like deliveries of something?
That's right.
What are you doing? What are you delivering?
I'm delivering chicken and mashed potatoes, lettuce, and then like I don't know what's in the bag.
Well,
Some like
I don't
rice
understand.
and stuff.
Through what? What, like for a nonprofit?
Mutual aid. Mutual aid.
Mutual aid. Okay, because the people watching this are going to think that you're just driving around the city randomly giving food to people, which is nice too.
I mean, it really feels that way because when you call them and you're like, "This is where I'm from," they're like, "Who?" And then when they come to the door, they're like, "What do you need?" And it's like, "I just
Wait.
want to give you a meal."
You're just driving around the city with David doing that. How many people do you deliver to in a day?
Today it's just 7 because we had to start late because I had to make a tape.
Got you. Because Anna Cruz Kayne, also working actress. Sign her up for things. Always booking, but maybe she'll slide in some time for you.
I need to make $30,000 before July, or I don't have insurance in 2021.
Okay, so if they're $30,000 before July, a desperate plea. Anna Cruz Kayne driving around with mutual aid, and you can't even see him on screen right now, but she is in the car with David, aka hot boyfriend. Nice, hot, strong.
He's so hot.
He's so hot. Also,
you
you have I'm half Filipino. She's half Filipino. Kurt is full Filipino. That's 2 whole Filipino people now. So if that's your fetish, you are getting it. You're getting it.
Did you know that Lou Diamond Phillips is Filipino?
Lou Diamond Phillips. Lou Diamond Filipino, more like. Got it.
Did you know? I learned that today from Tita Tunting.
From Tita Tun. Tita Tun.
Go out and vote. And I was like, I can't yet, but I definitely will. And then she said, Lou Diamond Phillips is going to vote. And then I was like, why'd she tell me that? And then I Googled it.
If Richie Valens, rest in peace, is going to vote, you got to vote.
Yeah. Wait, he's dead?
Can you only hear me when you put your ear to the phone?
Yeah, it's a little choppy.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, because you're on the street. Okay, well, I'm going to let you go. Oh, wait. You can't see probably, but Gabby Dizon is in the chat. And she says, hi, guys.
Hi, Gabby.
That's my cousin Gabs. Hi, Gabs. We love you.
Gabby, Gabby, huh?
All right, An, you got to go. I got to go. We're moving on to the next guest, but I love you. Keep delivering that stuff.
I love you.
Hi, David. Oh, wait. Okay, you're gone. Okay, she's gone. We got one more guest for you today at lunch. You may have seen him on High Maintenance. You may have seen him on late night television doing his stand-up comedy. He is possibly the best looking comic working. Please welcome Jay Jurden.
Jurden, yeah.
What? Oh, I love the vocoder. That was so sweet.
Doesn't
That was
it make
beautiful.
the show seem so much better?
Everything about this I've enjoyed so far.
Really? That can't be true.
No, I love the Control Chaos with Gethard. I loved your sister delivering things. It was philanthropic, but it's also sort of like your man in the street piece of this kind of like show. We have some recurring characters. You have a very good producer who's also a part of the machine, but also working the machine. You're doing, you think people, you plan this. It's pretty good.
Buddy, I got to tell you, unsolicited compliments are what get me through my entire life. Charge me up for a few weeks.
I plugged this on Twitter as if anyone wants to see me have a lunch date with my comedy ex-boyfriend. So that's what's going on.
How are you doing? I saw you in the park the other day doing stand-up. I didn't get to see you afterwards, but you are a fucking machine. You're like, for people who don't know your stand-up, you are like 150 jokes a minute. What? You got charisma. You know what I mean?
I like
get that.
Oh, yeah. I always wanted to sell my jokes, but also have them be like good jokes. So sometimes you can fall in one of two categories. You can like really sell your jokes and people like, I mean, yeah, they do be shopping, but I don't know. Or you have jokes that are maybe they're like expertly crafted, but there's just you didn't throw the ball hard enough. So like it's the first pitch and you're not, and you know what I mean? Like So I think that whenever I can balance out those two, when I can have like jokes I'm really, really happy with on paper, like I can like see it from a structure standpoint. I go, this is structurally sound and I want this to work and it's in line with who people perceive me to be. But there are also some still fun surprises. But then I also can like sell it every now and then. That's good.
Yeah, because you got to let them know. Sometimes they need to know that they're supposed to laugh. You know what I mean? They need
yes.
They need a little bit. They need a little guidance.
It's not that comedy audiences are dumb. It's that people are scared because every other time you laugh in society, it's like purely happenstance or like serendipitous, or it's like, ha, oh no, are you all right? Like, so at a comedy show, you have to be like, you guys are going to laugh at things when people say them. I know
on purpose.
I know you're not supposed to, but you have the freedom to do it here in this park.
Yeah, and the park is also like when I produce comedy shows, I'm always like, I want people like close. I don't know if it'll ever happen again, but like I want people on each other's laps. I want everybody to laugh at each other. Park comedy is wild.
I've discovered park comedy, it requires
just to say, for in case anybody's watching this and doesn't know, that people are doing stand-up shows just straight up in like you go to a park, you sit down, and there might be a stand-up show happening like where you are.
Like guerrilla style, like warfare tactics. So what I've discovered is that park audiences, because it's actually daylight, usually the material is gonna be a bit lighter. You can't go to like the dark recesses of your mind. Like the Late Show is a 7 o'clock show. You know? Exactly. So you can't go as dirty, and they kind of want fastballs. They want things that are a bit polished, maybe not things that you're tired of saying, but if you go up there and say, oh, I really don't know what I want to talk about, is there anything here? They'll be nice because worst case scenario, they're just going to continue to have their picnic, but they want to hear some funny jokes, maybe kind of aware of the cultural and political moment we're in, but not focusing on that. So I have jokes that are like kind of on the periphery of what's going on, but I don't really try to get too deep into it. Like my Corona joke isn't a Corona joke. It's about, okay, we're doing comedy like this because of Corona. Here's how I've been affected by it, and I get into something else.
That's because you're thinking of a new approach. You don't want to tell the same joke everybody's telling.
Oh yeah. Everyone is, if you saw it on Twitter in April, don't say it in the park because people are sick of it. I'm just letting people know. Who's ever watching?
This is Jay Jurden's masterclass. We've already gotten, I feel like this wasn't intended to be a segment where you teach people how to do comedy. That's what it is. It's not like 101. You're like, it's like a little, maybe it's 201. I
was a college professor. I do have like a professorial. Yeah, I went to grad school.
If I had a segment producer, I would know that already.
Oh,
what kind of professor were you?
I was a theater professor. I taught acting 101, like acting 1 for the people who would continue to be theater majors. And I taught theater appreciation for non-majors, which at the time was, I think, theater 114 at the University of Alabama, and at the University of Mississippi was theater 201.
Did you do your undergrad at one of those schools?
I did my undergrad at Ole Miss. In my last 2 years there, I got to be a TA for Theater 201, and then I did grad school at Bama. And your second semester, they give you breakout classes for like Theater 114 students. And my final 2 years, I got to teach Acting 1, and I got to teach theater appreciation, like theater for non-major.
What are we doing? What's the curriculum? What's the monologue everybody's doing in
oh man. Oh. Wow, it's because Michael has a bit of a history with theater.
I've done a little bit. I went to the. I trained in musical theater.
Yeah,
brag. And then I also took classes at the British American Drama Academy at Oxford University.
Oh, okay. I also was in Oxford, Mississippi. Ole Miss.
Okay, same.
Just a bunch of white people that fondly remember the past. Both times.
Okay, it is the same.
It's the same. I think that the one thing that people kind of gravitate towards now is they go, oh, I want to do something modern. And then you'll be like, okay, well, you need to like read new plays. And they'll be like, you mean like Barefoot in the Park? And I'll be like, what? No. Stop it. Neil Simon should not be the newest playwright. That'll happen. They'll be like, oh, I found this great monologue. I'll be like,
Neil Simon's solid.
Neil Simon is solid.
Every play is solid.
Domestic comedies, mid-century, hilarious stuff that you can't get away from. But as an acting one instructor, I was primarily responsible for being like, okay, like this is like, we're going to work on a little bit of voice and speech stuff today. We're going to work on some acting exercises today. I think in my semesters, I assigned probably like 3 monologues and 2 scenes. And so like the first monologue was to see where they were. The second monologue was to see where they progressed. And the third monologue was to see kind of like where they ended the semester. The 2 scenes were to see like how they worked with people. And because I also was very aware that some of these people, because as a theater acting one instructor, it was also my job to tell like people who should keep going. Like I was the first line of defense against bad actors. So I'm sorry, some people slip through the cracks. It's not always my fault. I mean, and plus now TikTok, you don't even have to go to school. So I mean, it was also my job to be like, all right, so yeah, not everyone has to be a performer.
No.
So
Did you actually say shit like that in class?
No, you don't say it in class. So you say it in like your breakout sessions in my office. I would tell people if they wanted to move forward. But I also was a person who suggested to the acting 2 instructor who should get to take acting 2. Like it was 100%.
Like you could stop them from going up a level.
Yeah, I could stop them from going up a level easy.
I got you. Yeah, UCB had a thing like that too, where it's like with improv, where it's like you don't automatically pass through.
Oh no, well because then it never course corrects sometimes.
Right. Now everybody can do this.
Yeah, and because you know what, some people have persistence, and that's it, and that's okay. That's great.
Persistence is something. I feel like in comedy too, you see people who are like they weren't funny when I met them 10 years ago, but they kept at it, and maybe they're not funny in every way, but they're funny in this one way.
Oh. Yeah, but then sometimes you also see people 10 years ago, you go, oh, your views have not progressed.
Yeah, that's also when you're still doing that 101 comedy and you're 10 years in, it's a little bit of a bummer.
I get scared for those people because if they're willing to say that on stage, and I go, what are you saying privately, dog?
Yeah, wait. You said that you were giving voice and diction, voice and speech exercises. Would you please share any of those exercises?
Okay. Well, any sort of like vocal warm up. Do you know how to do lip trills? Like,
oh yeah.
So the amount of air that you're releasing, the lip trill can only continue as long as there's air coming out. So you basically are teaching them a breath control technique without saying, oh, this is breath control.
So they're not even thinking about it.
So they don't even think about it.
That's the Mr. Miyagi shit right there.
Oh, yeah.
You the next thing.
Sirens. So I play with a couple of levels whenever I talk. I'm aware of my instrument, and
we're gonna have to charge people to watch this. This is how instructive this is.
Specifically male actors, young male actors. Everyone wants to talk like this when they're 18, and this is where they live. And you go, okay, cute. You want to live there. Right. But if we get you out of there, how can I trick you into wanting to play with your upper register? Because as an American society, like I want to say like anytime after the 1930s, like everyone said, oh, having a lower voice was more masculine. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So then you have all these people who don't even know what their true voice is. Like your voice is a bit higher naturally, and you're aware of your timbre and your range because you have musical theater training. But there's so many non-singers that you go, baby, you don't have to talk like that. You know, you don't have to talk like that.
Yeah, I also think that's probably all tied in with like what it is to be a human man alive. Yeah. Right? It's like that's now we're into toxic masculinity.
And we're into gender as a performative social construct, which is also part of acting.
Yes, I guess that's true. That is very true.
You're acting every day, boo-boo. Some of them.
Jay, I want to talk to you about this forever, but that's all the time we have because my guy has to go.
This was so much fun.
I absolutely love you and want to talk to you forever. So maybe we'll just do 100 episodes of this.
I love you. We met.
Masterclass thing right here. That
Anyone who doesn't think you can become friends with people like at shows or like while they're doing stuff, me and Michael Cruz Kayne are a testament that you can, because we met each other at a show and I was like, I like you.
that's
like,
right.
We're gonna be friends.
In a hotel, right?
Well,
Like
hotel. No, it was the bottom of kind of a hotel. It was your show.
No. I think I met you before that. I met you.
Where did we meet?
So on this is the part of the interview where it spins into something nobody cares about. On the roof of a different place.
The roof?
Yeah, I did a show in a basement, but we met on a roof. Oh gosh, what's the name of the hotel? Well, Jenny Gorlick was producing the show.
Oh yes. It was in Gramercy. It was at that really. Is it the Freehand?
Freehand. We did
Is
it.
that the Freehand? Yeah.
Freehand
Like
also currently not a sponsor, but I feel like very possible that they'll sign on.
Yeah. Oh, and then we met there, and then we did your show, and then we did like other fun stuff together. So yeah, and then I saw you on Late Night with Seth Meyers, and I was like, that's a good looking jacket. I was like, that's a good looking jacket. Yeah, I did Fallon.
You did Fallon.
Yeah.
So. Jay, I love you so much. Thanks for doing the show.
I love you, Michael.
For Jay Jurden. Goodbye, Jay.
Bye.
Okay, friends, we have sadly come to the end of our lunch. I hardly ate any of it. Kuko, did you get some food eaten in that time?
Yeah, I got some food eating. A little bit of my bowl,
Okay, I know you got work to go back to.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. Guys, I got to, guys and gals and everybody, anyone who watched, if an animal watched, I think that's great. You know, if you're a cat watching this, I appreciate you. Thanks to Chris Gethard. Thanks to Anna Cruz Kayne. Thanks to Kuko. Thanks to Jay Jurden. Thanks to Mutual Aid. Thanks to all of the people who aren't sponsoring us. We love you. That's the end of our show. This was lunch. See you later. Bye.
Cool. Bye, y'all.